obviously the first two games offensively, we were so sharp and so efficient, moved the ball extremely well, and really a couple of the better offensive performances that I've been part of. And then I think the Ole Miss game was good for us. We didn't play particularly well in the first half, and Ole Miss certainly had a lot to do with that. But we had to show some grit, some toughness in the second half, and defensively did a really, really good job when the game was on the line and on the backboards after really getting dominated the first half. So I like the fact that there was a little resolve shown in that game, and we stuck with what we were doing, and fortunately it turned out to be good enough.
It's not often that you get jump 10 spots in the AP while you're in a tournament. That's got to be a unique thing, and the guys were saying that they can start feeling the target getting bigger, that everybody's going to give you guys your best shot.
Well, without question, you could tell Ole Miss had an edge after the rankings came out that day. And, we had an opportunity to play a top 10 team in our court, and we were fortunate enough to get the win. And so whenever you can do that, obviously it gets everybody's attention. So you just have to be careful. A few years ago we beat Oklahoma at home, jumped into the top 25, and then we quickly disappeared and were never to be heard from again. So it was good that we were able to back up a very emotional, huge win for our program on Tuesday with three pretty solid games in the Virgin Islands.
How often do you notice, when you play a team that may not be, you can tell, you watch film, hey, this is a pretty good team, but they're not rated as high as maybe we are, but they're going to, like Ole Miss kind of giving you their best game. NC State starting the way they started against you, probably just because you had that number in front of your name.
We're in a league now where we've had an opportunity to play a number of ranked teams. So we've been that team that has been unranked and gets a shot at Xavier or Villanova or Butler or Providence, whoever it may have been last year, that's ranked in the top 25. And you just have a little extra juice, maybe a little bit more focus to your preparation, because you realize you're playing a team that's ranked in the top 25, and if you win, you're going to be on SportsCenter and Fox Sports 1 and everything that goes with that. So, I just think there's a different level of readiness when that happens, and we've been on both sides of it, and we're the hunted right now, which is okay.
What did Marcus show you? He was named the MVP of the tournament. Just what did he do that got him out of there?
Well, what I was probably most impressed with Marcus was that, the first half we weren't playing well as a unit. We were a little bit out of sync offensively, and he single-handedly kept us in the game until we could get in the locker room and get some things figured out and get everybody back on the same page. But, I've said before, Maurice can score hard baskets. He can get in the paint. He can score over top people. He's worked on that step back, so he can make guarded baskets. Marcus gives us another guy that can make tough baskets, and he can do it from the three-point line with a guy in his face. So, he also made some great passes. There was one in particular where he had a shot in front of our bench against Ole Miss and made the extra pass to Toby in the corner for the three-point shot. And that kind of unselfishness from your leading scorer, that carries a lot of weight with his teammates, and I think it'll serve us well throughout the season.
Will you pull that one out in film review?
I will tomorrow.
Yeah.
I will tomorrow.
It looked good. I think he had made a couple in a row before that, pump fake and just dish to the corner. And a lot of guys are doing that, especially when you hit 7 of 8 to start the half and it's a miss.
Well, if you're going to shoot it at the rate that we're shooting it at, it's an unbelievable through 5 games to be shooting over 50% from the three-point line as a group with the number of threes we've taken. It's not like we've only taken 6 a game. We're getting them in the air. But the only way you do that is by shooting good shots. You can't be a team that shoots bad shots from the three-point line and expects to shoot a good percentage. There's a reason we're shooting a good percentage. 1, we have good shooters. 2, we're shooting good shots. And the combination of that will be good for us if we continue to move the ball and share the ball like we have up to this point.
Yeah, so shooting 50% from 3 probably not feasible for 35 games.
Well, we'll break some sort of national record.
Yeah, seriously. So, I guess what is the message to the guys, knowing that at some point there will be a little bit of a dip, but like you said, you're getting a good shot.
I mean, the message is easy for me so far. We're making the extra pass. Our offense has been spaced. Guys are getting in and working on the shots. We're not going to practice today, but yet you see balls bouncing behind me. Guys are in here getting shots up. Even though we sat on a plane for 8 or 9 hours yesterday. So, it's been an unselfish group until this point. And, a few years ago we led the nation in three-point field goal percentage. I think it was 41.2%. So, we're quite a bit better than that right now, and I'm confident our guys will continue to try to hunt down good shots.
How's Vance?
Not good. Likely out till late in the season. I would say mid to late February would be optimistic. He tore a tendon in his ankle, tore really all the ligaments in his ankle. We'll have surgery on Monday. Obviously a huge blow to us. I don't think there's any question. We don't beat Wisconsin. We have a hard time beating NC State without Zach. Coming off the knee injury probably a month before a normal human being would have. He worked extremely hard to get back to the floor. And the physical presence he provides us, not only on game night but in practice, has been invaluable to us. I had a long meeting with him today, and he's in good spirits. Obviously, he's disappointed, but he's still going to maintain a very strong leadership role on this team, especially as you look to the guys at his position. Martine probably moves into a more prominent role now, and Justin's a freshman as well. So there's two freshmen there. They're going to need a little counsel, and Zach's got to step in and do that for us.
You're going to play Toby at the 5 too a little bit.
Yeah, we'll look at a lot of different things. We've kind of settled in on a rotation that I was comfortable with, but that's part of sports. You're going to lose guys, and the next guy has to be ready to step up. And hopefully the guys that were coming off the bench are ready for a bigger role.
How did Cole do handling 3 and 4? I think you noted on the postgame show he's a little slow.
I thought the last game was the toughest for him, and that's the end of a back-to-back for him. But if you would have told me when practice started and we were talking about how slow his progress was, that he was going to be on the all-tournament team in the Virgin Islands, I would probably told you were crazy, because I thought that would be very unrealistic given what he's been through. But he's worked hard on his rehab. His teammates have remained confident in him. Obviously, we as a coaching staff have left him in the starting lineup because we believe in him, and he really produced for us.
How do you keep an edge, intensity-wise, no matter how the game's being officiated, and yet not going overboard and getting caught, or whatever the whistles were?
I think Marcus ran his mouth after the three-point shot. I think there was a little history between him and Henderson when Henderson was at West Virginia and he was at K-State. Justin's technical. I don't think it happens without the little scrum we had about 5 minutes before that. The emotion of the game and in the building right at that particular time was extremely high, and I think the referees were just trying to make sure that nothing happened. But Justin has celebrated in a lot more of an enthusiastic way than he did on that particular one. So I've seen him shimmy his shoulders and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So that one he just kind of turned around and ran down the floor. But it's also a good learning experience for our guys, and it's something that we talked about after the game. When things like that happen and you get in a little scrum, you're defending your teammates, that's awesome. I'd love to see guys step up for one another. But when it's over, you let your game do the talking. You keep your mouth shut and you beat them with execution, and then just have them peek up at the scoreboard when it's all over.
Curious, the tournament that was, how happy and satisfied are you with the performance as a whole?
I mean, it was great. I mean, you always enjoy winning, and I thought we did a great job as a team. Fought through some adversity and got a championship, and I thought it was a great tournament overall.
What did you guys learn about your team as a whole?
We learned some different things that guys can step up in different situations. And like I said, the adversity, we're going through a little bit of that. And that was the first time we really went through some adversity in that Ole Miss game. And I think we did a great job of showing, as a team, really who we are. We can fight through that adversity. Like in years past, we weren't able to.
It's kind of interesting because during the stay, you guys jump up 10 spots. All of a sudden, you're a top 15 team.
Yeah.
Do you notice the level of the target getting bigger and bigger, or is it the same no matter what because you guys were great?
I'd say it gets a little bigger and bigger, just from where we've been the last couple of years, and now all of a sudden people are starting to kind of see who we are and what we can do. So, I definitely think that we're going to get everybody's best shot, but that makes it that much more fun, and that much more enjoyable when you get a win.
You've been in the opposite, like the underdog role before. Like, is there something too when you see like a team that's ranked 5th or something, like man, I really want to get at him, play my best. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
is your play elevate a little bit? I mean, is that a real thing?
I mean, it is and it isn't. I mean, you don't want to take any game, like this one's bigger than the rest. But at the same time, you do want to go out and okay, this team's fifth. Well, we're going to show them, that we're just as good or if not better than they are. So there's definitely a little more aggression when you go out. You want to prove to people that they're wrong, and so I think that's the biggest thing.
Well, NC State hadn't hit any threes. And
they
come out just like bombing.
Yeah, we were looking at the scouting report going, their best shooter was shooting 4 of 20 on the season so far, and we're thinking, all right, well, and they can't shoot, so all of a sudden they come out and hit 5 of their first 7 or whatever it was. But no, I think we're gonna get everybody's best shot.
And you guys are always used to playing fast, but did you notice like fans that aren't really accustomed to watching you guys play be intrigued or being wowed at the pace of your play, and was it faster than normal?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any faster than we normally play. I just think that some people hadn't really seen it firsthand. So being able to go somewhere else and have different people see how we play, I think they were really surprised that we really like to get up and down as quick as we do.
Hey, I know it's only 5 games, but how do you explain the shooting difference? Kind of pretty impressive so far with you guys.
There's no way to put it. It's just hard work. I mean, we've been in the gym as a team all summer, and especially after last year, going through the shooting slumps that we did. We tried to just figure out our mechanics and just continue to be more consistent overall. And I think we've done a good job so far.
Who's the best shooter?
I don't know if you want to pick one.
Right,
I mean, you can pick it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you who is.
But if you challenge one of these guys, there's probably 4 or 5 guys
you could get a pretty good shooting competition going if you've got a group of guys on our team right now. So I mean, it's fun.
Hey, is there something too? Also, you guys have had stretches at the beginning of the second half against Ole Miss. Is one where everybody was hitting, and I don't know if there's a feed-off effect there at all. But what is it like when you see Cole hit one and then Toby hit one and then Foster hit a couple?
You get a little momentum, and as a team, you get the confidence going. Not in just getting the confidence for them, like in your teammates, but they have the confidence in you, so that makes you feel a little bit more relaxed. And as a shooter, if you're relaxed, you're going to make them most of the time. So I think it's a little bit of momentum, and it's more just having confidence in each other.
It seems too that you guys have created good shots. I mean, have you noticed that? I mean, guys are passing up open shots. It seems like, oh, that's what you'd want to do, but
right.
It's easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the team that does it the best in the NBA, I'd say, is the Spurs. I mean, they've always passed up great shots to get even better shots. So it's, we're kind of in that role right now. We've had some good shots that people had, and they'll pass it to make it a great shot. So I think that's been one of the biggest things of why it looks like we're so wide open, because we're moving the ball to each other. We don't mind sharing the ball.
Gotcha.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Thank you.
What that means to you?
Oh yeah, it definitely meant a lot for me, having my family down there watch me play, and win the MVP was just an amazing experience, and to do it with a good group of guys like my teammates, I loved it.
You've been back now playing for a few games, but this tournament kind of really give you the sense that, man, that all that hard work, this is why you did what you did.
Right. Definitely showing that, taking a year off was a good thing for me. I'm definitely starting to find my game rhythm now. So I'm starting to feel comfortable on this team now.
It's contagious. Like when one guy hits it, you say, okay, the other guy gets it. It seemed like you guys really got on a couple good rolls.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how we practice. We want to work people with Maurice pushing down the court, and then kicking it out to wide open shooters and being unselfish, and putting up a lot of shots. And we're all great shooters. That's why we're such a great team.
Yeah, does that take a while? Just you kind of joined the group and you've been here for a year now, but making the extra pass, can it be tough sometimes?
Yeah,
you want to score. But.
Definitely tough, especially me. I've always been the really best player on my team, and I have to score. And now to having guys that can shoot just as good as me or better, I love it going to the one more now, because I know I got guys that are gonna knock it down.
It looks like you've got guys who have your back too, because they got a little fiery there in that second game. That drive, does that bring people together more? Does that drive the passion a little bit?
Oh, it definitely does. When you have guys that are going to be behind you 100%, it definitely drives. When we see somebody down, we like to go pick our teammate up. And, we seen somebody talking to our teammate, and look, it got a little chippy, so we were right there with our teammate. That's just our backbone of our team. We're there for each other.
Noticing more of a target now as you guys keep winning, and people starting to get it. You guys
Yeah, I think we figured that out the first half against Ole Miss. You know, teams starting to realize how good we are, and I'm glad we experienced that because now we see that we have a target on our back, and everybody's going to come out and play their best against us.
Were you discouraged at all? Just like you've attacked the rim a lot, but and not always producing. You know, like
Right.
maybe not getting calls your way, but like has that discouraged you at all to
It definitely did discourage me early on. You know, Coach Max always tell me, you know, I just got my body built like this over the year when I took a year off. So he's like, you're strong, use your body, go get fouls. And, you know, there was not a lot of fouls going my way or I wasn't finishing my list. But he said, just keep with it and, you know, it's going to start falling for you. And then I had my teammates tell me, yeah, just keep playing your game. It's going to go for your way.
I think Coach Max said that you were attacking more, well, it's 5 games, but more now than you did at K-State. Is that
Yeah,
fair?
definitely. I was a strictly three-point shooter in my freshman and sophomore year, so now I'm starting to figure out how to attack and how to finish over bigger guys.
Right.